For number 11, I need you to get ready to pause. Hold your finger over the pause button, get ready to go, because we can't define first law and second law efficiency until you have a good definition for the first law of thermodynamics and the second law of thermodynamics. So if you need to, take a little break, look it up, check your notes, ask somebody, interrupt me, send me a chat, whatever. Make sure you've got a good definition of first and second law of thermodynamics. If you look at that now, the first law of thermodynamics is about the amount of energy, right? Because the first law of thermodynamics, says, oh no, how did I mess myself up? Oh, here we go. The first law of thermodynamics says energy is neither made nor lost, it just changes form. And in other words, the first law is talking about the amount. But the second law of thermodynamics is about the quality. From the first law, we know that the amount of energy in the universe does not change. But from the second law, we know that in all energy transformations, energy goes from high quality to lower quality, right? So the amount is always equal, but quality is always going downhill. That's the first and the second law of thermodynamics. And so efficiency is the ratio of output to input. In other words, miles per gallon or dollars per hour of labor. This is about amounts. That is first law efficiency. And pretty much everything that you've ever heard when people talk about energy efficiency is first law. No one's ever talked to anyone I'm aware of about second law efficiency. That's a design idea for your generation. First law efficiency is just about not wasting stuff, right? If you've got a car that gets 4.2 miles per gallon, I would say, bro, you're wasting a lot of money, because at 369, that's pretty expensive. You're really blowing it. You should try to at least get into my Tacoma at 18 miles per gallon, or my dad's Dodge Ram that has diesel at 20. Okay, anyway, we're having a conversation about amounts, aren't we? About numbers, ratio of output to input. That's classic efficiency. But what the heck is Jose talking about? What the heck am I talking about when I say second law efficiency? If that's about quality, then this is about the match between the quality input and output. This one's tough to define, but here's an example. If I'm trying to raise my house by 2 degrees. It's a little chilly tonight. I want to run the heater. That's a lie. I'm actually sweating in trunks. But anyway, if I wanted to raise my temperature by 2 degrees, I turn on my space heater, and somewhere inside my furnace, I'm burning natural gas at about 1,800 Fahrenheit. That's stupid, right? Because that's super high quality. That could do a lot of work, but this output is super low quality. You don't have to work that hard to heat your house 2 degrees. We would say that a natural gas heater is second law inefficient because the quality of the input and the output don't match. I'm going to keep trying. If my output were a furnace where I'm trying to heat a crucible of metal to make a gold ring or whatever, I might need some really high temperature. I don't know, melting point of lead. I'm just going to guess. I've never known this number. I'm just taking a stab at it. I'm going to guess it's like 800 degrees. So I can't really be burning paper or trying to use a magnifying glass, right? That's an output that's high quality. So I've got to use a pretty high quality input. I would say that a high quality input like natural gas is second law more rational for a furnace. But if all I'm trying to do is just heat my little old house, if I'm just trying to get it, 2 degrees hotter, maybe for my input, I could just pull the curtains and let sunlight heat my house, right? That's a pretty low quality input, but that's a little bit smarter, right? And the whole point is you save the high quality stuff for the high quality outputs and use the low quality energy sources for the low quality outputs. And this makes perfectly good sense if you imagine wiping your butt with $100 bills. I guess you could, but that's a really high quality input for a really low quality output. You're just trying to wipe your butt, right? You don't need to use pages out of a book or whatever. You can just use paper that's the lowest quality paper there is. It's made to be thrown out. This is a conservation goal. It's a design goal. We should not be using high quality inputs to heat our home. I mean, technically, you could put a compost pile in the living room and that would give off enough heat to warm your house. That may not be pretty. I'm not saying that these are always the most practical or efficient. The market doesn't always like these solutions, but my point is, if you need a low quality output, you should have low quality inputs. That's called second law efficiency. Kind of a weird idea, but I hope it makes sense.